Hello and welcome to Fact Friday with me, Jack, from the One White, One Brown podcast. Before we start, episode 6 of the podcast is up and available on Podbean and YouTube, USA. So do go check it out. Thanks for everyone for all the love on YouTube and Podbean. Can't thank you enough. Me and Smaj just do this for fun, really. So it's really nice when you guys kind of show us that love. It's really appreciated. Fact Friday today, getting straight in there with some information. Hopefully it will help you win these pub quizzes that you're going to. As Smaj likes to say, he likes 10%. So the money's all yours. You keep it. I don't mind. But Smaj, he will want some money if he sees you and if he knows that you've won a pub quiz. My fact today is, I guess all these facts that we bring you are relatively strange, relatively obscure. I wanted to bring you another one from left field. It's national animals. Now, most nations select a national animal. Most nations, let's rephrase that, select an animal for their nation's national animal. That's a mouthful. That is a genuine animal. Real life, let's put it that way. I don't know any others. I only know this one for this video. Scotland we're talking about here today. Scotland's national animal is a unicorn. Yeah, that's right. It's a unicorn. You heard me right, don't worry. Unicorn. Mythological creature. They've selected it as their national animal. Now, I've got some notes, so do apologise. I'm going to look down for a sec. In Celtic mythology, it symbolises purity, innocence, masculinity and power. It's more of a representation of the ideals that a unicorn kind of has and represents, than the actual animal itself. So, yeah, okay, I'm on board with that. I can get with that. There's been tales of dominance associated with the unicorn. And tales of chivalry. So again, I can get on board with that. If that's what you're kind of trying to say, then yeah, I get that. But when you tell someone that doesn't look into these things as much as I do, or that the information that I'm giving you, they're going to look at you like you're batshit crazy when you tell them that your national animal is a unicorn. You don't want to have to go into all of this details. A page worth of information here that I'm sifting through to tell you this. It just seems ridiculous. Just pick a cow or a deer or something else that you're famous for. I don't know. What animals is Scotland famous for? I was going to say a haggis, but that's a combination of shit. I completely get where they're coming from with the ideals. I understand that. They even have a National Unicorn Day. It's coming soon, folks. It's on the 9th of April, so make sure you get down to Scotland to enjoy that one. I can only imagine the scenes. But yeah, that was my fact today. Very short one, I know. But they're not designed to be long, these videos. It's just kind of bite-sized bits of information that may or may not blow your mind, depending on how well read you are. So yeah, that's me. That's all from me for today. Again, check out Podbean, YouTube for all of our podcasts. YouTube has got all of these videos, Crackpot Monday and Fact Friday videos, as well as the podcast. So do check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
What's going on, everyone? Smaj from the One White, One Brown podcast, coming at you again with Fact Friday. I've got a little visit here. My neighbour's cat's come to visit, so she might just stop me for a second, a little distraction. But yeah, welcome to Fact Friday, everyone. Today is something that I came across that I thought you might be interested in. It's a bit of knowledge that you might want to know. So today's fact is about how Pepsi opened the door to diversity. So in the 1940s, I think it was, Pepsi and Coke were at, war, sales war and that. And obviously, as you can imagine, in them days in America, it was super racist. I think they were still doing lynchings and stuff with black people, so it was hard for sort of black people generally to get good jobs. The guy who owns Pepsi, or the president at the time, was a guy called Walter S. Mack. What he did is, because obviously they were at war with Coke, he went and hired a bunch of black guys or lady. I think it would have been guys back then, because I think there was still a bit of the whole women can't vote. No, actually, I don't know when that happened, actually. Black people generally, I don't know whether they were guys or girls. It doesn't really say in the thing that I was looking at. But he hired a couple of black people to work for him in the marketing team, because what he said is because Pepsi was more popular among black people generally, he thought he could obviously expand the market. So it was more popular because obviously, as you can imagine, black people back in them days were, well, they weren't sort of rich, because obviously mad racism, they weren't really given much opportunity, etc. So Pepsi used to do this thing, and I think they still do it, where they offer twice as much for the same price. So obviously that became a popular drink in sort of low income areas. So then what he did is he hired a couple of black people to work for his marketing team, because he believed that using something that would be looked at as different, or being different generally, was, well, advantageous really, because if you're different, then it's something new that people haven't seen before. So he started going, because he was already a popular drink. They were at war with Coke, they must be doing all right. But what he did, he started making his target audience black people, which is obviously why he hired black people to work for him in the marketing team. So there was a quote from, I can't remember the lady's name, but she said that the black people that he hired were ahead of their times in terms of the thing that they were doing, the way they were doing adverts, etc. And they basically set the standard for sort of modern day passion and determination in the workplace, etc. They basically, that particular team of people, they were the ones that established the economic value of diversity. So having people from different backgrounds will obviously bring different ideas, etc. And then to top it, they were the first company to use black people in their campaign ads. So Pepsi aren't racist, everyone, Pepsi's the one. But yeah, there's a lot more to the story, obviously, but this is just a brief sort of bit of knowledge. So interesting read, actually. Have a look. You could Google it. There's loads of information on it anyway. But that's it for the day. That's the fact, a bit of knowledge on that. As always, like, share, subscribe, all of that. Episode 6, I'm losing count already. Episode 6 of the podcast is out. Have a look at that, check that out. It's called USA. So have a look at that. But yeah, for now, peace and love, everyone. Bye bye.